Most visitors admire the Alhambra for its beauty, but almost no one knows it hides secrets buried for over 700 years. From whispering walls to fountains that play music, these mysteries will completely change how you see this ancient fortress. Right here in the Hall of Ambassadors, something extraordinary happens. If you stand in this corner and whisper, someone 70 feet away in the opposite corner can hear every single word perfectly. The Nasrid architects carved parabolic curves into these walls in the 1300s, turning this entire room into a surveillance system. The Sultan could eavesdrop on conversations from across the hall without anyone knowing. Built between 1238 and 1358 as Granada's fortress palace, the Alhambra doesn't just hide one secret, it hides dozens, and some have never been solved. The Patio de la Acequia doesn't just look beautiful, it plays music. Water flowing over these carefully carved stone basins creates harmonic frequencies. The Nasrid engineers designed every fountain, every stream, every channel to produce specific notes. Different flow rates create different pitches. Those aren't random water sounds. That's acoustic engineering from the 1300s. This entire garden is a hidden orchestra. No instruments, just water, stone, and physics that predates modern science by 400 years. But the engineering genius wasn't just artistic, it was survival, because the Generalife gardens hide a climate control system that kept this fortress cool in 100-degree summers. Underground water channels run beneath these walkways. As water evaporates, it cools the stone floors from below. Strategically placed fountains create microclimates, generating breezes through temperature differentials. Thick walls block direct sunlight. Shaded arcades funnel airflow. Every architectural choice serves a cooling function. This is passive climate engineering from the 1300s. No electricity, no mechanical systems, just physics, water, and brilliant design that modern green architects now study for sustainable building techniques. Look closely at this arch. See that tiny carving? It's a Christian cross, added quietly after the Reconquista in 1492 when Catholic forces conquered Granada. But here's what makes this fascinating. They didn't destroy the Islamic architecture. They absorbed it. This tiny cross represents cultural blending, not erasure. The Alhambra survived because it was too beautiful to demolish, too valuable to ignore. This fortress holds layers of history, Islamic, Christian, Renaissance, all stacked on top of each other like archaeological strata. This ceiling contains 8,017 individual pieces of carved cedar wood arranged in geometric star patterns. When candlelight flickers below, it reflects off these surfaces, creating the illusion of the Milky Way suspended indoors. The Nasrids built a planetarium before telescopes existed, but this wasn't just decoration. It symbolized cosmic order, divine perfection, mathematical harmony, Islamic philosophy encoded into wood and geometry. But this hall also holds the darkest legend in the entire fortress. Legend says 37 noblemen from the Abencerrages family were executed right here, beheaded one by one on the orders of a jealous sultan who believed they conspired against him. Look at the marble fountain in the center. Those rust-red stains, some say it's iron oxide from the stone. Others insist it's blood that never washed away. Visitors report chills in this room, strange sensations, and unexplainable heaviness in the air. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, this hall carries the weight of tragedy, beauty and brutality side by side. This fountain isn't decorative, it's a timepiece. 12 lions surround this basin, likely representing the zodiac signs. But here's what tourists miss. At specific times of day, sunlight hits the courtyard at exact angles, casting shadows that align with the water channels. The Nasrids built a solar clock into the ground itself. 4 water channels flow outward in perfect cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. Each lion spouts exactly 1.2 liters per minute through gravitational calculations that modern engineers struggle to replicate. No pumps, no electricity, just mathematics and gravity working in perfect harmony for 700 years. Some scholars believe this courtyard symbolized the cosmos, the Sultan's private connection to the universe, hidden in plain sight as a fountain. The Alcazab's towers weren't just for defense, they were communication beacons. The most famous, the Torre de la Vela, also known as Watchtower, once carried a massive bronze bell that could be heard across Granada. It was used to signal attacks, royal decrees, and the opening of city gates. Even after the Christian conquest, the bell rang for a new reason: to mark irrigation cycles for farmers in the Vega plains below. To this day, every January 2, locals climb the tower to ring the bell for good luck in love and life, a tradition from both Moorish and Spanish eras. While tourists rush toward the Nasrid palaces, few realize that the Barrio Castrense was once a self-sustaining town inside the Alhambra walls. It had houses, workshops, cisterns, and even small mosques, all dedicated to serving the royal complex. This was where soldiers, blacksmiths, cooks, and artisans lived with their families. In many ways, it was the invisible backbone of the Alhambra, the living city behind the marble. But the biggest secret isn't in any hall or garden, it's beneath your feet. Ancient manuscripts describe a tunnel connecting this fortress to the Sierra Nevada mountains 30 miles away. Gold, weapons, secret documents, all supposedly transported through underground passages no one has ever found. Historians have searched for 200 years. Ground-penetrating radar shows anomalies beneath the Generalife gardens, but excavation is forbidden to preserve the structure above. Some believe the tunnel was sealed during the Reconquista to hide treasures. Others think it collapsed centuries ago. The Alhambra isn't just a palace, it's a living dialogue between cultures, a masterpiece of hidden engineering, and a fortress that still guards its deepest secrets. Which mystery surprised you most? The whispering walls, the musical fountains, or that lost tunnel beneath our feet? Drop your theory in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to see more hidden secrets from places tourists never notice, hit subscribe.